Here it is. It's got loops with for it to be strapped down underneath, like loop hooks or something, so that's how they anchor it to the trailer. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a pretty simple machine, but man, it's unbelievable what that thing can go through. I'll put a link in the item description and show you how much snow that can go through when my cabin shed was delivered. I'm gonna get that moved today too, so yeah, kind of an exciting day. I just think that's a pretty cool little toy. Well, not a toy, it's a serious machine. You can get hurt if you're not careful. Holy cow, the trailer's remote control too. Sweet! Nose of the trailer is getting jacked up. It's a scissors trailer, as you can see there. It'll sit on the dirt until I can get the slab poured, but at least it will be a place to keep everything dry and a place to work. It's really jacked up there now. Probably gonna drive off with it now, or drive out from under it. Four-wheel drive turbo diesel. There we go. Taking it easy so not to really stress the building so much by having it drop so much, I think. Gotta take it easy. And that thing is actually looks bigger than it did on the dealer lot. I'm surprised it's moving. Must be because the ground is hard and smooth enough. It got the wheels for a rougher terrain, say, like, especially when you're moving it off of the road. That makes it a little handy. Yeah, that thing's got good traction. Now this is turning to mud. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull the snowmobiles back here with all that. It's going to be awful rough on the machine. And you can always move it over. Well, you missed the snowmobile, so that's good. That says as long as there's room to park to run the snowblower through there. And he runs out of gas. So, gotta gas up. I'm gonna have to knock out another row of trees to get the right size slab in, another row or two. So yeah, but at least it's back here. Yeah, not squared up the way I'd like it, but maybe I'll just leave it there and do the concrete slab somewhere else and build that garage, build the big shop elsewhere. I'll just see how this works out here. Maybe I'll just leave it here the way it is. A little bad news, didn't get this leveled as good as you thought. You don't notice it from here, but it would be raised up to about here to make it level. So since I'm gonna do a slab for it. It feels a little weird. It feels like you're going downhill, but you know, instead of blocking way up and build ramps to make it usable, well, I'm just going to let it sit here for now, and we'll worry about finishing off the inside, you know, with sheathing and stuff after it's moved, because I don't want to add the weight to it. If they had too much weight, they can't move it. I figured for a couple $100 after the slab is in, just have them move it instead of spending, you know, a couple of weekends or days jacking it up, locking it, rolling it, and all that. Why bother? And then when I get the slab for the cabin shed done back there, I'll just have them move both at the same time. So yeah, otherwise I'd have this level, but you know, it'd be nearly waist high by the time you get done. So, you know, yeah, not wanting to go to that extreme. So it's not where it's going to be permanent place, so I'm not worried about it. And it'd be a capital B word to lift the snowmobiles and stuff that high without building a special ramp. So yeah, not leveling it. Rigging to get the cabin shed moved. Rigging, get the cabin shed moved. He's got, as long as it isn't froze down, he can move it. So we'll see if it isn't froze down. Oh, it's being lifted. Holy cow. I thought that thing would have been froze down for sure. Damn, that thing is strong. The rigging back here is complete. It's going to cost $250 to move it on the property, so it's worth it instead of trying to do it myself. You know, you'd probably damage the whole thing. It's just better and safer for the structure doing it this way. There it goes. See how good that went over some blocking. Something tipped over in there. There's that just. Let's see how this copes. Oh, hopefully you didn't get stuck there. Good thing I got that backhoe rental and filled it in. So it looks like under there. Put it right in here, right in line with where it's gonna be rolled off to, so I could probably roll that one myself, just put rollers under there like round timbers and do it. So we'll see that thing come through the woods in a second. As long as it doesn't do any structural damage, you could brush those branches and be just fine. As long as it don't have to hit a tree. Otherwise I'll have to get a chainsaw and cut it down. I might have to. That one's a problem right there. Oh, it clears it. Sorry for the dark, because the sun is kind of in the way. Oh, it's moved back here now, so just to get it more or less rough leveled in. It'll be easier to he's got to take the dolly wheels out, so then he can just slide it over so I can go straight back. Yeah, if you're thinking of moving a shed that far on your own, we're talking, total distance probably like 700, like 700 feet. Just get the proper equipment and do it. 250 is very reasonable. You don't risk damage, so you just gotta spin it around and try to level it out. So however it lines up, that's where the slab is gonna probably have to reposition the slab, but yeah, we'll see how this works out. Be able to work on it this summer, so that'll be nice. Yeah, all pretty much rough leveled out. It does have to be precise since not finishing it, and I don't want to add all that weight. So once the slab is done, then move it again. I just want to have it moved back here for privacy. So yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much rough leveled. I wanted to move back here for privacy, and so yeah, it's just nicer to keep it back here. Much nicer. Yeah, Premier Buildings of Wisconsin, yeah, they got pretty good people working for them, so I don't know, they might do contracting on the side to move this stuff, so I'll ask them and get back to you in a little bit. Hey folks, yeah, to get a cabbage shed or any other portable building like my garage here and stuff relocated on the property, could be years later, or if you buy one that's from, get a deal on one, say someone sold one for like $2,000 at the dealer, it's like $8,000 or something, they just want to get rid of their portable building. Spend the money, have the transport. It might be $500-600 to move it, depending on the distance. It's worth the money. Just contact your local portable building dealer. They will have the numbers of the people the professionals that can haul this stuff. They have the dedicated equipment and can do it real quick. So, yeah, and to relocate, cabbage shed is back there. $250. Spend the money to do it instead of trying to move it up and down the hills and stuff and in the rougher terrain or whatever. But if you're only going to move it, 40 feet, like you want to relocate it, right in that same spot, just push it back or forward a little bit. Well, then you could take the time to jack it up and move it. But if you're going to move it like I did, move it upwards of 600-700 feet, pay the professionals to do it. It isn't worth all the damage you could do, and they have the proper tools to do it. Just pay the money and have them do it. I was thinking of trying to move it myself, with a 4x4, and it probably would have baha'd, tore the thing half to pieces, ripped it apart. But I decided to spend the money and do it. I had the extra cash to do it, so when I get the slabs poured, I'm gonna have to knock out, like I said earlier, another couple of rows of trees to do it. Yeah, I got plenty of room to do it, so yeah, I'm gonna have a little more firewood. But that's first project in the spring, is get that slab done and this slab done to put it on, and it shouldn't cost me $250 a building to move it, since it's only being moved from here to right over there, and from like there move it back like 60 feet. It's not that big a deal to move that. So when they're in the area, it's cheap. Unless you're having another building like I did, delivered like this one, and I had to have them move that at the same time, $250 to move it. So it's not bad. I keep hearing all this rustling. I keep forgetting it's the snow on the trees melting and falling off. Sounds like got an army of squirrels up in the trees. Kind of cool though. Too bad you can't hear the water dripping and the snow falling off the branches. Pretty neat. Yeah, I'm glad I'm gonna put the permanent house right over in here. Clear out this. Most of these trees are pretty junky, so I'll let them grow a little bit more. And if it comes time to do the first thinning, I'll just have them all cleared out right away. But want to let them grow more because they're not worth much in firewood, and they're worthless for pulp. You want to get another 8 to 10 feet out of them. At least especially on these bigger trees, you want to get another 8 to 10 feet before you do the first thinning. So, you know, here I only maybe did like a dozen or so trees, took out, you know, a dozen or so there for that driveway. So yeah, definitely worth the money. Like I said, contact your local shed dealer, and then they can get you the number of the professionals to move these buildings.